So this is the infix expression a plus b. So we have to convert infix to prefix, which is plus ab. But there's no direct method to convert infix to prefix. So first, let us understand what does postfix mean. Postfix means this is the postfix. Then steps to convert infix to prefix are: first step is you have to reverse the string which is given to you. Then second step is, if you found open bracket, convert it to closing bracket. Similarly, if you found closing bracket, convert it to opening bracket. Then third step is you have to call infix to postfix function. That means you have to make conversion. Next, fourth step is fourth and this final step. Now your expression is converted into postfix, that is ab plus. Now you have to convert it to prefix. How you will be doing? You have to again reverse this. So reverse the new string. That's it. So now let us look into how will you reverse this string initially. To reverse this string, basically you are taking printf and enter infix expression and scanf, and you will take that infix expression. Then you take the length, string length, and infix. Then you use for loop. You are using for loop to reverse the string. Now you are using for loop only till length by 2, not for whole I to n, because I to length. Because suppose there is a b c d and you were asked to reverse this string, how will you be doing? You have to reverse a to d, c b to c. So we just need two traversal to do this, that is 4 by 2. That is 4 is length of the string and 2 divided by 2. So you are needing just 2 traversal and you are not needing 4 traversals. So what we do, length divided by 2 for the for loop traversal. This is why we use length divided by 2, because we need only half of the length of the string. Then next, in the for loop you have to initialize temporary variable and have to store this first expression. That is, for example, if you start 0 I 0 to 0 to length by 2. Now you're, let us take this example, you're at this 0th string and you're initializing this to temp. Then next you have to reverse this 0th string with 1 2 3 third string. How can you number this third string? Let us write this as infix of length is 4 minus 1, which will give us 3. But what if we have to take 2? Then if we do length minus 1, we'll be getting 3. Then again we'll be getting d not c. So how we are doing this? We have to do length minus 1 minus I. Minus I means now first it is 0. 0 means it will become 4 minus 1 minus I, which means it will get into 3. For next traversal, when I will be 1, I will be 1. At that time, length minus 1 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. So we'll be getting 2, so that we can easily traverse I with this second character. So that's why we use length minus 1 minus I, not only length minus 1. So length minus 1 minus I. So we are just reversing these two things using a temporary variable. So now temporary variable is a bucket which stores this infix of I value. Now infix of I value is empty. Now you are using this infix of I value to store this infix of length minus 1 I value. Now you use temporary variable, you stored you stored this 0 a value, then a, now this position is empty. Now you asked this d to get stored in this 0th position, and then you ask this temporary which is having a to be stored in this third position. That's what we are doing this, reversing both the string using a temporary variable, which is simple. Then now you stored this, now you have to store a value in infix of length minus 1 minus I equal to temp. This is first step is done. Now next you have to make sure that, suppose this is one example of the string, what if they have given a plus b with the brackets, then if you had reversed this, then you would have got something like this. So it's not proper, you have to reverse this closing to open, this opening to closing, that's when this string becomes proper. So to do this we are doing the second step. In second step also you have to be using a for loop. This for loop will start from 0 and end at length, because here there's no reversal, so that it ends in 2 or length by 2 traversal, it needs to be traversed in the whole string, so we are using 0 to length. Then we are asking if this infix of I equal, infix of I means this is infix expression, ith means are 0 or 1, it will be incrementing. So if this is equal to opening bracket, give it in single quotes, then you ask it that, then you just convert infix of I to this closing bracket, that's it. Then another else if function, if it's not opening, then it should you should also check for closing bracket. Then you will write, if it is closing, then you have to convert it to opening. That's it. Now this is done, second step is done. Now you have to do infix to postfix conversion, which is a function. uh, to write this function, you have to initialize global variables first, that is one character array. For character array we are using stack. You can give any numbers here, for now I have given 20. Then I'm using infix, you can also give 20, 30, anything, I'm just giving 20. Then postfix, I'm using this variables, you can use any other names, you can use SIP also. Then next we are initializing one top. We know that stack has one top which is used to find the index of the stack. Now I have initialized top to -1. Then we are writing normal functions of stack, that is push, pop and all. So this is, as this is character array, we are using character to push, not integer. So we are giving here char c, you can give s p anything, char c. Then you have to write here whatever this character is coming into this function, it has to be pushed in the stack. So how we are doing this, final first you have to push this in stack. At first we know that top is -1. You have to push some character to the stack. But how will you do that? You have to take this top to here. That is 0th index, because minus, if you put it in -1 index, it will not be stored in the array. Because we are creating the stack using arrays, not internal implementation of stack. So if you are doing for -1, it is stored in some normal garbage values, it's not stored in the stack. So you have to first make this top to 0. How will you do that? You have to increment the top plus plus, or top equal to top plus 1, you can do anything. Then you have to tell that stack of top equal to c. That means now our top was -1 initially, now we did top plus plus, which means that -1 plus 1 equal to 0. Now top has come at 0th position. When it has come to 0th position, you are asking that stack of 0 is equal to this character which was passed. This is done, push function is done. If you had to push, you will do this. What about pop? If there are some elements and you have to pop that, you will be doing void So we are not writing top function here. Top function means it is a function which will be returning topmost element of the stack, but we are not writing here. We are making the top and pop both the same function, so we are using char, not void. If it was only pop, not top initialized in this, you could have used void. Now, uh, how do I return this, uh, the topmost element? Suppose I have here a b c and I want to return this topmost element. How would I do that? Now my top has come to 1 2. Now my top is at 2th position. Now I have to remove this. How would I do that? So it's so easy. Just use one normal character s equal to uh, stack of top. That means top is at 2. You're storing s value as stack of top. Then next, what you're doing, you're just using this top minus minus. That means top minus minus means top equal to top minus 1. Top will come to 1. First it was at 2, now it will come back to 1. By this, what happens, this element, this top is pointing to this, so that if you call push function again, it will go to 2. Now it will store some other value here, not c. Suppose I call void push of d, then I'm storing top plus plus means 2. In this truth position I'm storing d, so this value get replaced with another value. So I can write top minus minus. How will I return this? I will just use return yes. That's it. Now pop function is also done. Next, the main function for finding the postfix is precedence. You have to know the priority order of the operators. So that's just simple. Remember this: power into minus into and multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. Highest order is power. Low second is in multiplication and division. Third, lowest is plus and minus. Any other things which come apart from this, any other, it is zero. So remember this priority order. Use for this priority order, we are writing one function. Simple. In precedence, you have to pass one character to check which is that character, char c. Then you have to check if this c equal to this power. If it is equal, return 3. We are using integer return type because we have to return the value. Then else if c equal to multiplication, or it can be multiplication or division, not necessary that it should be both. You will return 2. Then next, same, else if, so I wrote this, if character is plus or minus, return 1. That's what we wrote here. Or anything else apart from this, return 0, because it has lowest priority in this priority order. Now this function is done. Now the main function is infix to postfix. Let us write infix to postfix function. Whatever the prerequisites we needed, it's done. Now void infix to postfix character. You are passing this infix array to this function, which this character array holds uh, the collection of the strings, collection of the characters which has to be converted. So you are writing this function now. First you have to take two variables, I j equal to 0, normal initialization, then character, symbol and temporary. These are two characters which we use further for the conversion. First you use push hash. You can do this or you can skip this, it's completely okay. Why we are doing this step is to make sure that our stack push function is working properly. You can push hash a, at, minus, anything, just to check it's working or not. It's not that when you are printing you'll not get hash, no, because we are changing the further printing that function. So now I'm using push hash, which means that in this stack where I'm storing hash. Okay, this is done. Next, I use for loop. For I initialize I0 to a length of the infix string length function. I use this 0 to string length for loop. Now I'm taking this symbol has first character in the string, which will be incremented as the for loop goes. First, initially it will be 0, then 1, 2, 3, it will be incremented. Now what am I doing? Suppose let us take this a plus b, this example. What if my string was this, like my character array? Okay, now initially this is my 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have four elements, five elements with four index. Now first we are storing the symbol value has infix of I, that is this opening bracket. Now my symbol will have opening bracket. Now I'm checking if symbol equal to opening bracket, then what we should do, we should push this symbol to stack. We initialized stack at the very beginning. If we call this push, then symbol will be stored in stack. Let us take here stack. Now this symbol, what is this symbol? Opening bracket. Now we know that our symbol is equal to opening bracket. Now we are storing in the stack, pushing into the stack. Next, if it's not opening bracket, if it's another character or closing bracket, what will we do? Next function, else if symbol equal to closing bracket, then what you're going to do is you're using this temporary variable pop to store this. Suppose if my uh, symbol is closing bracket, then what I'm doing is I'm calling temporary and telling it to store the topmost element of the stacks. For example, if I had a b c and I got let us take this example only. I had pushed till end, I got this closing bracket, and I have initially in my stack a opening bracket a plus b, and then I got closing bracket. Then what I'm saying is temporary, you hold this b value, which is topmost element. Now it holds this b value and it get deleted from this stack. Now it's holding b value. Next, what I will be doing is now you're making sure that now your temp is closing bracket. Now you want to remove all this element from the stack until you are getting a opening bracket. Now you want to remove this element and store in postfix, the one which we initialize in the beginning. This is stack array, this is postfix array. You want all this until opening bracket to be stored in this postfix. So what you're doing, you're using a while loop. That means until you encounter this opening bracket, just push these elements to a postfix. That's what you're doing. So you're asking while my temp is not equal to now it has closing bracket, so not equal to opening bracket. Until this condition is true, till then what you have to be doing is you have to store this postfix stuff by this stack elements. So how you're doing this, we initialize j equal to 0 at the very beginning. Now you just say that postfix of j, that is postfix of 0 equal to temp. That means temp now stores closing bracket. Now what will happen, postfix of j will have closing bracket. That's it. Now next, what it's checking, now it's done. Now your j is at 0th position. Now you want to increment, so what you're doing, you're doing j plus plus. That's it. Next, what you're doing, you're using a temporary variable. Again, you're just initializing that. Now see, this is done. This closing bracket is done, this is also done. You're storing, and sorry, you had b right here, temporary value, so b. Now you have to go for other element plus a. So what you're doing, temporary equal to pop. Then what happens, this plus a and everything goes on until it's not equal to opening bracket, that's it. Now close this while loop. While loop is done. What if it is not either this opening bracket closing bracket? If it's closing bracket opening bracket, you have to follow this. If what if it's alphabets or operators? Let us check for alphabets what you are doing for alphabets. So write else if function and check if symbol equal to plus or symbol equal to minus or symbol equal to into or symbol. So now you're checking that if a symbol is equal to, symbol means the character in this array is which is equal to operators. What you're doing is you're just making sure the precedence, the priority order of the this uh, this operators. How will you check? So you just use while loop. While the function which we defined, of precedence of stack top is greater than or equal to precedence of symbol. You're checking this condition. What we are doing in this is, now precedence is a function. Now we have passed this arguments stack of top. That means in this stack whatever this top element is, suppose I have this as plus. Now suppose I encountered here into somewhere. Now this is my symbol, it is fifth value I got into. Now I am checking this else if function. What I'm doing, precedence of stack of top, that means stack of top is plus if plus is greater than or equal to into what is the priority order of plus? For plus we know that our number which will be returned in this function is, for power it is 3, for multiplication it is 2, for plus it is 1. 1 is 1 greater than or equal to, what is into priority order, it is 2. Is 1 greater than or equal to 2? No, it's not. So it's this condition is not satisfied, so that the further operation doesn't take place. Suppose what if I got suppose I have here into and I have here plus, then it will check if the priority order of this stack of top, that is into, that is 2, and the priority order of this plus, that is 1. Priority of order of this stack of top 2 is greater than or equal to 1. Yes, 2 is greater than or equal to, so it goes into the for loop condition. In for loop while loop condition, what we are doing in while loop is, if it is greater than or equal to, what you have to perform is, you have to just make sure that this element which is having greater priority in your stack has to be popped from stack and has to be stored in postfix. That's what we are doing. So what you are writing, postfix of j equal to symbol, sorry, postfix of j is equal to this pop top element, right? Pop of this stack. Then you are incrementing the j value, so that if next element is encountered, it goes to proper position. Now you're done with this. Now see, we check this we got this greater than or equal to. What if it's not greater than or equal to? Then what you're doing, you're just doing push of symbol means, now we got this as plus, right? So at the end it should also be pushed to this stack. If it's not greater than or equal to, if it is greater than or equal to, at the end the symbol has to be pushed. That's the main goal. So we are pushing this symbol to here, this stack, storing this. So we are doing this push of symbol. Then Now we are done with operators, opening closing brackets. Now we are not done with characters, so what we'll do, else if any characters comes, we have to just push in postfix uh, this postfix array. So what we'll write, postfix of j equal to symbol. If it is characters, we're storing in postfix. if it is uh, if it is opening closing brackets, we have to store it in stack array. If it is characters, we have to store it in postfix array. If it is operators, we have to check for the precedence, and if the precedence of stack of top is greater than or equal to the symbol, then we have to push it into the postfix array and push the normal symbol into the stack array. That's how we'll be doing this. Now postfix of j will be containing the symbol. That means this, if this is for characters a b c d and all. Now what you have to do, you have to increment the j value so that for next value you can directly use this. You're closing else loop. Now you're done with this for loop. Next, what will you do? You're using one while loop. While you're asking, while top is greater than 0, what you do, postfix of j equal to pop. Then normally j plus plus, you have to always increment the j value. That's what we are doing. This means that if suppose imagine, now we have this stack, we have this postfix. At the end, infix to postfix we are performing here. At the end, you stored some values in this postfix, a, b plus c, d, something and all. There is some character, some operators, opening, closing, into, plus left out here. The for loop is end, but you're still left out with this character. So you're making sure that no character is left in the stack. Everything is pushed to the stack. So what you're checking, if no character is left, then top will be -1, right? So while top is greater than 0, what we are doing, postfix of j, that means here postfix of j equal to pop, return the top and store it here and pop this element. That's what we are doing here. Then j plus plus, if it is top is not greater than 0, if it is -1, then it will not come to this function directly. Postfix have everything. At the end, we are making sure that postfix of j is null character. This is infix to postfix function. We are done with this. Next, reverse the new string. This has to be done in main function where we did this. Now what you have to do is, after infix to postfix, after you have to call infix to postfix function. Infix to postfix, pass your infix array. Then you have to make sure that you have to print this. Print, how will you print? You have to reverse this postfix, no? So again you use for loop. For I, now you have not starting from 0, because you have to print it in reverse order. So what you are doing, you are starting from end of the this string, from string length of postfix. Postfix is holding my final result, right? Everything postfix will be holding. So string length of postfix -1, and I is greater than or equal to 0, I minus minus. You are using this for loop, and you are using print function. Printf %c postfix of I. That's how you are doing. So you'll be getting this print function done. This is the steps. You have to follow these 4 steps and do it. That's it.